Hey guys, it's Daryl here, and I'd like to welcome you to the first episode of Let's Play Again Import. Unlike Let's Play Again, in the Import sub-series we'll talk about games that never saw the light of day in the West, and the first game we're going to talk about in this episode is Harimanada, which as you can tell is a game about sumo wrestling. Now, after some research, I managed to find out that this is actually the official game for an anime series of the same name, with the protagonist being called Isao Harimanada. Hence the name. So the game is not actually dissimilar from many other fighting games. You have a weak punch, a heavy punch, and you also have the ability to grapple and pull off some rather crazy moves like that one. Now there are also other special moves in here which aren't that familiar to the world of sumo, like a flaming fist palm. And if you're able to pull them off, you can get victories rather quickly, as you can see here. However, as you actually progress through the game, the enemies get harder, as you'd expect, but it also means that it gets a lot more difficult because you have to have a lot more variety in the way you fight, and if you kind of get accustomed to fighting in one particular way, things get quite hard. So here we are in round 2 of the tournament, and this guy is actually rather large compared to you, so I'm guessing if this was a real sumo fight, not that I'm a sumo expert, this probably wouldn't be much of a fair contest. However, despite being a really tiny guy, I still have the ability to perform my great backbreaker move, which destroys his health in seconds. Then it's pretty much just a case of getting down that last bit of health before he destroys me, which again is done by the backbreaker. Now perhaps the game actually has some kind of hidden depth that I'm not aware of, but these first few rounds in a tournament simply come down to being able to perform your special moves before the other guy. Which, right now, I seem to be doing rather well. So, it's time for round 3. And this guy actually looks rather nice. He's about the same size as me, and he seems to have a love for grappling. But again, there's the backbreaker. His health has already gone down by 2/3, and it's really just a case of landing the move again to finish the fight. I should probably now actually explain how you do that move. So initially you go into the grapple hold by using the grapple button, and it's a case of mashing the up and down buttons while hitting the heavy punch and just praying that it actually does it before they manage to land their move. It's a really exact science. So, round 4, and this guy has a serious case of the monobrow. He's also rather mean, as you'll see. He instantly goes on the offensive, meaning that I can't land a grapple properly. He goes straight in there with the headbutts, and then he does this really annoying punch which kind of stuns you over and over and over and over, and there's really very little you can do about it other than just fall out of the ring. I mean, I managed to get very little of his health on. I pretty much didn't even land a move, and it just shows the difficulty curve in this game, because the first 3 fights were relatively easy. The 4th fight is a completely different matter. And here's the game over screen with a big sumo wrestler pointing a finger at you and, I presume, saying some motivational things to you. I also don't know exactly what the person for the continue sign is supposed to be. It looks like a guy with a walking stick. So we go. Try 2. He's pretty much going to go straight on the offensive again with headbutts. I managed to hold him off a little bit though to land some punches, but it doesn't really do much good because he goes back in with the stun punches again. I can't really do much. Managed to land a grapple, but can't do anything with it. And then I just get worn down. Perhaps there's something I'm missing here, but this guy is just too hard. So I think this is about where I'm going to call it quits. He can taunt me all he wants. I'm not going to give it another go. So here's the game over screen again. Probably some motivational speaking again. I don't exactly know what they're saying. But this is Daryl. I've had enough. If you want to have a go, then feel free. But this has been Harimanada for Let's Play Again Import. We'll see you next time.